Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror.
Indeed.
So we gotta get up to the treehouse, right?
Yep. I admire the effort.
It was a pile of...
Yeah, I told you to put the stick in the leaves, George.
He won't do that.
Okay.
But there's something else you might be able to use it with.
I couldn't see any great benefit in sharpening the cross.
I've never heard that one before.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
That's it. So there's nothing
The
else you
vine
can do with
provided a
that.
drive belt to connect the two stones.
There's nothing else you can do with that press yet. That will come more in effect in a little bit. But if you have a look at that water wheel again, is there anything? Try
was a water wheel.
using one of your items on it.
A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel. It seemed to be working just fine.
Yes, George, don't add more damage to your ever-growing list of charges, please. Is there anything else you could try? Oh, you're warm, you're hot, you're cold,
Okay.
freezing cold.
So it's the worm or the idol?
You're flaming hot.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
So that gives. So you notice how the leaves are kind of
Moving.
shimmering.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you maybe examine it, the leaves.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Okay, I thought it would say something else.
The leaves were too damp to burn on their own.
Okay, that's the clue. Good effort.
You'd think, right? It's cold.
Yep.
So is this the puzzle with either the worm or the panties?
Nope. But you've got something else that you could maybe use as fuel.
Oh, yeah.
The
One of
newspaper
two
clipping
items.
was
You could
just
either
what I
use the
needed to
newspaper
kindle the
clipping
damp
or the
leaves.
bank statement.
What's more interesting to keep?
I don't think it really matters.
Oh,
I think he might get rid of it when he goes to the next area. Because I'm confident today we can actually get to the next location after this area.
As I held the fetish
It
to
won't
the
take very
iron
long.
rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here!
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Yeah, your thing was so loud we couldn't hear ourselves think.
George can't think, so that's a benefit.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico. It was Father
Try
Hubert.
Try going up
The
there.
ladder led up to Father Hubert's treehouse.
Where do you think you're going?
I've got to see Nico.
Please, my son, I know it's hard for you, but she really mustn't be disturbed. The girl needs rest.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but, well, you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No, I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Well, we
How
were
long have you
shocked,
been here?
George.
11
but-
years.
That's my girlfriend
He's
you've
been
got
here
in your
11
treehouse.
years.
What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
Of course she has.
Can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't. Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
There was
So what have
obviously
you-
more than a creased
I've
collar
already
bothering
figured
the
out the
priest.
puzzle, don't worry.
Okay.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask him.
I'm
It was
quite
Father Hubert's
impressed
collar. He wanted
with
me to
how
press it for him.
he's managed to adapt where he is to
Indeed,
live a
this-
lifestyle like
This
this.
guy's a bloody genius.
Yeah, he is. But he's been here 11 years, and he's
So
got
there I was,
a town
hundreds of
not very
miles
far
from
up the
civilization,
river.
doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
You're finding in your perfect role, George.
You're a verger at heart.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
I mean, he's about on the intellectual level of the verger from Vicar of Dibley. Except nowhere near as likable. Because she's actually quite sweet and charming, but George
Oh, you
Stobart
mean
is
Alice.
not. Yes.
Yeah, Alice is the bloody genius.
Fucking love Vicar of Dibley.
Oh, it's one of the best British comedies.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Yeah?
Oh no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village,
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
With what and for whom?
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
The monkey dance.
Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Oh dear. Oh, this is gonna be fucking brilliant, isn't it?
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
I'm a little amazed they can speak English very clearly.
Yes.
I was expecting
That's a
this.
relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
I'm also amazed how he sounds like they're talking with really distinct American accents, like Northern American accents.
You know what I was
Central
what I was expecting given this series?
Hmm.
Like Ooga Booga, Uniki, Snip Snip, like the natives from Dead Man's Chest, you know. Maliki Liki. Now,
Oh God! Now you're just giving that image of Jack Sparrow with the eyes all over his face.
now, if this section doesn't end with George being chased to a plane, with all of these people following him, screaming, wanting his blood, I go Raiders of the Lost Ark or Dead Man's Chest. Take your pick. But
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
No, there's no one of that description here.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I thought he just made up all those stories he tells. I never thought of him as being wise.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything? Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a
About
higher
everything
plane.
in the biscuits.
Oh,
apart
right.
from the biscuits,
Maybe a book would be
Yep.
more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know? This cone could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
I don't think so.
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
I'm not even. I'm not going to question. I'm not going to question.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
That didn't fit in your
If you
pocket,
say
George.
so.
So, is this your first visit to our planet?
I am from the same planet as you. I'm from California. Why, we're practically neighbors.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Okay, so use every item that you can except the stone.
Okay.
Because you'll get all the you have to combine the item with the empty box of the biscuits. So try every item apart from the stone.
The cone was too big to put in the box. I dropped the poisoned dart into the box with just a little itch of misgiving.
Oh. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
There's
It's
already
fine.
something in the box.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just give
There's
it.
already
just give
something
it
in
to
the box.
him. Just give it to him. It's fine.
Not such a good idea.
I thought.
There's already some...
Oh. Okay.
Just give him the box. It's fine.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
George, you are a poor liar.
I'll give them to him.
Does George have a beard now?
It looks like. You know what? I've always wondered that. There's
What do you
some,
do for
like,
entertainment here
Like
in...
he's not
the
shaven
jungle.
correctly.
We make documentaries. Me and Tabtic, we've appeared in 7 TV films and an article in National Geographic.
Oh, fascinating.
I'm surprised they know what TV is.
It didn't work.
What?
Your feeble attempt to assassinate the shaman by concealing a dart within this box.
Oh dear.
It's fine. It nothing bad happened. So
Okay, so
now try
I put the statue in the empty box.
You have to give it the box. Yeah, that's it.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
The reason why I'm telling you to show
I'll
put
give
everything
them
in
to
there
him.
that you can, apart from the not the helmet, the cone,
Mhm.
is because there's some quite funny
He has them for. Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
The shaman said to give you back this statue.
He didn't want it?
He's already got one.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, try the coal this time.
Oh, I want to try, but isn't that the answer?
Nope, the Mind Stone is the answer, but
Well, we has okay. We'll do the coal, then the other stuff.
we'll do the
I put my
worm
lucky
and the
piece of coal in the
lipstick
empty box.
Next is the
and the
lipstick.
pants. You can
Here,
just try them all
I
and then
found
do
some more of
the
those
and
biscuits
then
for
do
the
the
shaman.
stone last.
Gotcha.
I'll give them to him.
The good thing about it that he and the other guard only communicate twice, so they don't do it every single time. So that you know how he takes longer to come back.
Yeah.
Well, every time you do it, he then only takes a second to come back.
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
Right, now try the worm.
Gonna try everything in order.
I
Okay.
dropped the tequila worm into the...
I don't know if the
Here, I found
Bank
some more of
statement
those
will work,
biscuits for the
actually.
shaman.
you
What?
never know. The bank statement. I don't know what will happen with that. I think I always burn that
I'll
one.
give them to him. He didn't want the little worm. He's a vegetarian.
Then I should probably not tell you what's in some of these biscuits. I gotta say, a beard would suit George. Make him look a little more tolerable.
I put the lipstick in the box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
He still thinks
Oh,
we
yeah.
might. He still thinks we're not just lying to him.
I'll give them to him.
Like you turn around, put something in the box, and then turn around right in front of them.
Found
but
more
they're too
biscuits. Okay.
stupid. Exactly.
The shaman kept your gift of wax.
Damn it!
He was pleased with it.
Did we need that for anything else?
Can I go see him now?
He wasn't that pleased.
Can we get it back or what?
Nope.
Did we need it ever again?
Nope.
At least there's that.
I didn't think that was such a good idea.
Ah, fair.
Okay.
I tucked the bright red panties in the empty box.
Gonna
This
give
is
him the
probably
wrong
my
idea.
favorite one.
This is gonna give him the wrong idea about us.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
Sure you did.
You're probably gonna laugh at the response.
I'll give them
I
to
hope
him.
so.
The shaman was pretty mad about those panties.
Well, I didn't mean to offend him.
You didn't. He was disappointed that they didn't fit.
I told you you'd really like that response. I think we've tried everything now, haven't we?
Except the answer.
I
Yeah.
put the Mayan stone in
Yep.
the empty box.
You always know something's the right answer because there's
Music.
Here,
you'll hear the
I
sound.
found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
The Gabriel Knight games are the same.
I'll give them
Ah.
to him.
I like the audio, cues of what's right.
Also, in the Gabriel Knight games, you'll get points every time you succeed at something.
You get points.
Well, there's a total number of points
The shaman wants to talk to you.
in each
I
game.
hoped he
It'll
would.
tell you how many
Well,
you have.
it's
out
been
of
nice to
how
talk
many
to you
there are.
guys.
Okay.
The guards looked as fierce as anyone can, wearing only their underpants. The guards looked... I had nothing else to talk about.
Can you take the corn?
Nope. You can walk in the village though. Maybe save it. Nothing will happen, but just save it anyway. Before you talk to the shaman though, just have a look at the other guys around.
The woman was grinding a sticky mess of corn in a bowl. That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village. The man was busily weaving a cloth. That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for.
I think there might be someone in the hut over to the left. Oh no, maybe not. So before you talk to the shaman, there's going to be a bit of a
The
lengthy
old guy was
sort of
obviously
cutscene
the shaman
during
of
this
these people.
conversation, and that obviously we both know that's when the music gets quite loud.
Gotcha.
It was the focal point of the village, the communal cooking fire. The fire was too hot to approach, even if I'd wanted to.
I want
So,
you to talk to it.
This
Come on.
this is basically explains what the sort of main point
It was
of
a
the story
basket
is.
full of rocks.
So you don't really
couldn't
find
think
out
of
much
any
about
reason to steal
what's
the
going on
villagers' rock
until
collection.
this point of the game, which is, I suppose that's all right because you don't really find that out in the first one until sort of halfway through.
Which is way further in.
Well, in the first game, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're,
Well,
we're,
this game is
just, we're just on a freaking scavenger hunt for most of that and
yeah.
trying to
So
harass
this game,
people all over the world.
yeah. So this game is a lot shorter, and you can tell by the fact that we're going through it quite quickly that of how rushed it actually is.
It feels more
whether that's
like DLC than a full game, frankly.
I think that's a fair analogy, a fair thing to say actually, but like I still do prefer this game over the original game. I just think some of the I do prefer the comedy in this game.
Nope.
I think some of the comedy is actually quite humorous.
Can we talk to the shaman now?
Yep.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the Coyote Stone to this village.
So what I love what this game does is like zoom in to the characters and gives you a more of a look
He's
on
got
what's
beard
going.
scruff. He's got beard scruff going there.
Yeah, but can you see like how I do like this kind of thing because this wasn't done in the original game. You didn't really get sort of like a zoomed in thing of like some important conversations.
You sometimes
but in this game,
had you had zoom-ins for the phone calls, but that was just with two characters. Usually, it was just guy stands still, head violently wobbles up and down.
yeah, and you keep harassing Todrick.
Of course,
Poor
I wish
Todrick.
they're making the sixth game, right?
Yep.
I hope in that one you can call Todrick.
Oh, I don't think he'll
Remember
return.
me? So do Nico or the priest first, or can we do both?
I think you can do. I don't think it really matters what.
My
order you do it in.
girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
Tuh. There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Why is
ask him
Father
about-
Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
Ah, gotcha.
Fine.
Yeah.
If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
This is where the cuts.
Many years ago, when the child was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of royal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca, but his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the fifth age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
So we got to find I'm assuming the eagle and jaguar stones as well as the jackal stone.
Yes, yes,
There's an
indeed.
eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Cuaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Okay, a few questions right off the bat. One, what were buccaneers doing around Central America? You know what buccaneer means?
I thought it
Pirates
meant like
around the Caribbean. Specifically around the Caribbean. 2, what the fuck is a Spaniard doing being an English captain at that time? Weren't
that
they
will
very...
become more apparent later on.
Because if I know my history correctly, they were very much at war.
Yes, but you will find that out later in the game. It won't be very long until you do. Ask him about do the mask face first.
Mask face first?
The
All right. Looks
Tip
like
that
Jim
face.
Carrey's going to put it on. And
it does look like the mask, doesn't it?
smoking!
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man.
Oh, yeah, he's
Suppose
definitely
I
gonna
was to
help you now,
swallow it,
George.
hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
It's party time. P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta. Sorry,
Okay,
I had to put that one in as well.
George, Hook, line, and sinker makes sense because it's a fishing reference. Hook, line, and kitchen sink is nonsense. I think you've been out in the sun too long, mate.
Well, you've heard the phrase, you packed everything but kitchen sink, right?
Yes, but now you're combining two phrases and creating utter meaninglessness.
Blame the writing. This is what happens when game developers take less than a year to develop a game.
Fair enough.
You get a much less impressive story, and much more bad writing.
So do we keep talking about this, or can we bring up the other two?
Yeah. Talk about the face first.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
Fair.
Now ask about anything you want.
I know, damn, we blew that up. Thinking
What?
we could use the Sword of Baphomet to beat, charge us up and use that to fight him.
Yeah, but that's all the way back in Minions. I don't think it really helps us now.
I'm kind of surprised about?
What?
You know when the Grand Master gave us that, offered us, well, basically, join me and together we take your father's place at my side. And when he gave us that whole speech,
Yeah.
I thought joining him would be an option. Because really, do you honestly believe George would not join the Neo-Templars and want to rule the world?
Yes, I do, but I think he's just a normal guy who just got caught up in something that he never wanted to be a part of.
But he is selfish enough to want to join.
Yeah, but think about everyone in their employ who was all going out into the world. There was Plantar, he got killed by a bomb. There was Pegram, who disappeared and most likely got killed. There was Fitzgerald, who was obviously keeping something in behalf of Pegram, who got kidnapped, and you never find out his fate, ever. It's never, ever brought up again, ever. And then you have Klausner, who was left to go to Syria and died in a cave alone, without any food or water, and tried to claw his way out. And then you had his agents trying to kill George on multiple occasions throughout the game.
Correct.
Tell me
Would you
more
want to be
about the
part of a group
Jaguar
that did that?
Stone.
Many centuries ago,
Good point.
the port of Quaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar Stone.
Privateer, by the way, means you're a pirate officially endorsed by the crown.
Yep, and you pay, and you have to be a privateer to save yourself from being hung by the neck until dead.
Yes.
So it's either be a pirate and be an asshole, or be in service of the crown. But when you steal stuff, a certain percentage of what you steal has to go back to the crown.
Also,
so
but I'm assuming you have to mostly lay off English merchant ships. And if you could sink a few Spanish frigates, that'd be great.
yeah, you'll actually be surprised at who El Draco actually is later.
Is it Nathan Drake? Not Nathan Drake. Captain Drake?
Nope.
Sorry, Francis, I mean, but... Is it George
You'll
Stobart's
find out.
great-grandfather?
No.
Is it Sewer Jacques? Oh no, we're Sewer Jacques.
Yeah, you're the sewer Jack. Ask him about the Eagle Stone still. I
Where
think
is
you
the
were asking about
Jaguar
that one.
Stone now?
I
Jaguar
suppose
Stone,
El
not
Draco
Eagle
took
Stone.
it back to
misclicked.
his homeland, across
Okay.
the Great Sea.
To England. Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Fun.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Can you show me the way to the pyramid of Tezcatlipoca?
Not until you possess all 3 stones.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
George, don't do the monkey dance.
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
You're from Oakland?
You can go up the ladder and have a look at Hugo's home.
Father Hubert, a man with a mission. That organ represented years of painstaking work. It was Father Hubert's personal altar. I wondered what Hubert had used to make his candles.
Try clicking on the cross like properly.
I thought it best not to defile the altar while Hubert was looking after Nico. I didn't have any use for Hubert's candles.
And that's the only thing stopping you, I'm sure.
The snake bite had affected Nico badly. I wasn't in the mood for playing the organ.
Try talking to Hubert.
I've got the root, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right. The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It was that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget.
Is there anything else to interact with in here? Or just
Nope.
Nico? Well, let's cure
We
Nico.
can't.
Nico, I've brought you this root. No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
I have an
You
idea.
worked out what.
Yes.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
So you can actually put the root on the press and then try to do what you're going to do without the cone there. And all he says is it seeps into the ground, so it doesn't like do anything bad or anything like that. But
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
You know what we're looking at here? The single best The Forest player in history.
yeah, I don't think the cannibals would get up to him like that.
I think the organ might freak the cannibals out enough to scare them
Look,
off.
Hubert, the
They wouldn't
antidote.
attack them because I think it was a
What are
demon
you
or
waiting
something.
for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
You can actually not have the cannibals attack you in the forest, but you have to not attack them at all.
Nico,
Only the ones in the cave will attack you. But you can be very passive.
here. Drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, George Stobart?
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already. Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone individually. I traced the pirate ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean with the fortune he'd amassed from piracy. He'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Interesting. Oh, he's coming over. No, he's not.
No, he's just having a look at his plans on the desk. So
The guy was
that
studying
man,
a large
after
document.
a while of you talking to him,
I
maybe
recognized the instrument as a theodolite,
someone that
but
you
I had no idea how to operate
hate
it.
secondly to George.
Pardon?
That guy there who's looking at the plans and then looking through that theodolite.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most annoying people in this game, and probably one of the most people you're going to hate the most.
Even more so than the art critic who broke our pot?
That's a tough one, but yeah.
Come on, George. We're walking into the sea.
Do you remember how I told you that there's someone on this game that you probably would like next to Nijo?
Is that small boy?
Yep.
It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained. The kid looked about 11 or 12. He was fishing with the intense concentration of someone who had all the time in the world. I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy.
Who has less to say, the young boy or the blonde man?
Probably about the same.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know, hobby maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
We did gemstones already.
What are you doing with a theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
How do you survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it! The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Catch you later, Bronson.
If I had my sewer key. You know
I
what
told you.
You know what I'd do in George's situation right now?
What?
If I hadn't removed myself from the world because I'm George Stobart? Just oops and push the theodolite into the sea. Oops,
Yeah, or that,
how did that
or that
happen?
nice fishing net behind you could make a very good trap that you could set.
Or
It
Can
was
you
a
do that?
net left to dry in the sunshine.
No, you can't. But it would be brilliant if you could.
I didn't want a fishing net.
Because my mind immediately, because he does kind of look like Fred from Scooby Doo, right? So I immediately thought about a classic Fred trap.
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Zoink, Scoob! We gotta find the Mayan artifacts.
Oh, I know. What's a Mayan artifact?
You know what's weird?
You want to buy some fish?
Fred,
I don't like fish. What's your
Scooby,
name?
Rio.
Ray,
It means river. What about you?
Slimer, and
George.
Megatron have the
It
same
means-
voice actor.
Well, it's just a name.
So say that again.
Scooby, Fred, Slimer, Ray from Ghostbusters, and Megatron all have the same voice actor.
Do they?
Frank Welker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's Slimer. In the cartoon, obviously.
Fair enough.
Same place where he's Ray from Ghostbusters.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
Also, you remember Catwoman in Batman Arkham Asylum? Well, no, sorry, Arkham
Yeah.
City? Daphne. That voice actor plays Daphne.
No way.
Great Lyle. Nay, Grey Griffin.
What the original Daphne?
No, not the original. The starting from the animated movies onwards.
Ah,
Same with
okay.
Frank Welker.
Fair enough.
Also, the original Shaggy voice actor once played Meriadoc Brandybuck in the animated Return of the King that we don't talk about because it's very, very, very bad.
I didn't know there was an animated Return of the King.
Now you do.
Oh God, is there really a Return of the King? I thought it was only a Fellowship of the Ring like that.
No, there's a Hobbit. It's by the same people who did The Hobbit, actually. Rankin Bass, the ones who did all those Christmas specials back in the day. And Last Unicorn, Flight of Dragons, those ones.
Ah.
Whereas their Hobbit is actually really, really good, and what got me into, well, fantasy in general. Return of the King is not. The other one was by Ralph Bakshi, the guy who made Wizards, Fritz the Cat, a lot of adult animation. And when I say adult animation, I don't mean porn, I mean just animated movies, not for kids.
Ah, okay.
He did that one. That's where John Hurt plays Aragorn, and it's both Fellowship and Two Towers.
What
Also,
Fellowship
Anthony
is-
Daniels plays Legolas.
Anthony Daniels. You mean
Yes.
the magician?
No, I mean Superman. Not Superman, C-3PO.
Oh, that Anthony Daniels. Sorry.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
Hanged, but okay. Hung means something very different when you're talking about a human.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
I should know. In my hometown, there's rumors of one being around, and yet there's nothing there.
Huh.
I think it was Captain Kidd's treasure that's supposed to be in my hometown.
You can go up the cliff if you want to.
We'll do that next episode.
Okay.
Can I shoot a dart at Bronson?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The Fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
You can tell the truth if you want, say yes, because Bronson is not a nice guy.
The thing is, I like to lie. And I also really don't want to get the kid in trouble.
You won't get him in trouble, but I mean, you could just say yes, and then we could show off the other one next time if you wanted to. You won't have to too much to repeat.
Yeah, we have way too much to repeat. I haven't saved since the beginning.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
do
he
everyone
did, now you mention it.
One of these days, that kid's gonna have a boating accident. Even if I have to hold his head under myself.
I'm sorry, did you just say you were going to murder a child?
I told you that you
Okay,
probably
that
would hate
goes from
Bronson.
like, you said he was annoying. Child murder is hardly annoying. That's just...
Well, I said he was annoying, but he's also a bit of a word that I don't like to use on LPs.
He's just evil.
And you...
He's to say...
Yeah, well, he's... Well, he's also a bit of a can't. I won't say the word.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way! What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horse shit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Now... George, I know you meant Christopher Columbus. But when you said Chris Columbus, that's the director who made Young Sherlock Holmes. That's a very different person. Great movie, don't get me wrong, but...
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Helpful, so we have a Gorgon living up the hill.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Believe me, Bronson will get his comeuppance in every way that you can think of.
Can I warn the kid?
You can try talking to him again. It may not have any more options, but you can try. So you remember I told you about that puzzle where you could use either the worm or the panties?
Yeah.
It's in this location that you do that.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Okay, that's fine. There's nothing else to ask him. But when we get to that particular puzzle, I will tell you what it is.
Anyway, that's... I've been Mark D'Amato.
And I've been Classic Gamer.
And we'll see you all next time for more Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror.
Indeedy. Ciao.
Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played, edited, and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato.
And he's been helped by me, Classic Gamer.
You can find a link to Classic's YouTube channel, Classics Gamer, and his Twitch in the description below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.